to this edition of Parent Quick Smarts, 3rd grade, Unit 11, Building Fluency of Multiplication and Division through Facts and Strategies for Factors of 2, 4, 5, and 10. In this unit of study, students will explore strategies to fluently multiply and divide by factors of 2, 4, 5, and 10, apply understanding of doubling to multiply by 2, apply understanding of halving to divide by 2, use doubling the double to multiply by factors of 4, and use halving twice to divide by 4. The standards in 3rd grade state for children to be able to fluently multiply and divide within 100. This is by the end of the school year. We do not want to rush to memorizing facts, rather give them concrete opportunities to understand multiplication and division so they can develop more efficient strategies for determining products and quotients of basic facts. Children will naturally become quicker at their facts based on exploration and a concrete understanding. Fluency is quickly and efficiently computing accurately. Fluency is not only recall of basic facts. As a child masters basic facts conceptually, they can highlight the section they mastered with a crayon on the multiplication chart shown on this slide. Children can then just focus on the facts they have not mastered. The community property of multiplication can also help with fluency facts. When a child realizes that if they know the fact for 4 groups of 2 is 8, they also know the fact for 2 groups of 4 is 8. This can be modeled with arrays as shown with 4 groups of 2, and then also rotating clockwise to show 2 groups of 4. The total amount has not changed, just the model or how it's grouped. It can also be modeled with equal groups pictures. In this equal groups picture, there are 4 groups of 2, which also equals 8. But I can also have 2 groups of 4 to equal 8, depending on what the story problem is about. This visual shows that based on just the understanding of the commutative property, children are already ahead of the game in learning their facts. They now only need to worry about developing understanding for half of the facts. To help your child see math in the real world, you can look for arrays in the real world like cartons of eggs. Turn the carton and ask, did I model the same multiplication problem or a different one? Will I get the same product? Etc. to help your child see that you didn't change the amount of eggs, just the orientation. To multiply by 2, you can double the number to multiply by 2. You can use repeated addition as a natural strategy to showing doubling. And also children begin to learn about doubling in 1st grade. Looking at this slide, there is one group of 9 ladybugs. To double them, or multiply by the factor of 2, I would create another group of ladybugs identical with also 9. So doubling helped me determine the facts for 2 groups of 9, also known as 9 plus 9. Multiplying by 4. The 4's basic facts are mastered by knowing to double the number that's not 4 and then double again to multiply by 4, or also known as double the double. First, you double the number that's not a 4. So as you see in the model, I've doubled the 9 ladybugs, which gives me 18. Then you double it again to find the product, which could also be referred to as double the double. This can be recorded as an expression and a repeated number sentence. The 2 4 groups of 9 and 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 are the typical expressions that you may see, but you want to push your child to use 18 plus 18 or double the double. Or you could also do 2 groups of 9 plus 2 groups of 9. You then want to have your child spend time comparing the equal groups picture to the original problem. How do they relate? Now that your child has explored and modeled strategies for doubling and multiplying by 4, they could apply their understanding to a problem like this. Once children have a deep understanding of doubling and then doubling again becomes a quick strategy to have them arrive at the answer for multiplying by 4. A fun-sized bag of Skittles has 8 Skittles in it. How many Skittles are in 4 bags? Use what you know about doubling to solve this problem. So in thinking about that, we would expect kids to double 8 and then double that again to arrive at the answer for 4 groups of 8. Going back to our multiplication table, based on the understanding of doubling and multiplying by 4s, the 0s, 1s, 2s, and 4s facts are mastered or have been covered. By showing this one on the multiplication chart, it helps children see what they have accomplished and that they don't have that much further to go in learning their basic facts. Now we are moving to multiplying by 5s and 10s facts. To master the 5s and 10s basic facts, students apply what they know about patterns and skip counting. A number line is a great tool to use to model the patterns. Patterns are important in achieving fact fluency, specifically with 5s and 10s facts. You want to have children explore with tools such as base 10 blocks and number lines. In this example, we are multiplying by 5, or also known as skip counting by 5s. This is revealing 5 groups of 10 multiplication problem. And once again, as they become more efficient or have a deeper understanding by exploration, they will become a lot quicker at arriving at these facts. Now that 5s and 10s facts have been explored and basic facts have been developed, you would revisit the multiplication chart and shade in those facts in. Now that children have a good understanding of the 2s, 4s, 5s, and 10s basic facts, they are ready to apply these facts to dividing by 2s, 4s, 5s, and 10s. Triangular flashcards are a great tool that can be used to help develop basic facts and compare the relationship between multiplication and division. Here are all the different facts that can be explored on this triangle. If I cover up the 8, I'm showing the multiplication problems 2 groups of 4 equals 8 or 4 groups of 2 equals 8. If I cover up the 4, I'm showing the division problem 8 separated into 2 equal groups gives me 4 equal groups. And then once again, if I cover up the 2, I'm showing the division problem 8 divided into 4 equal groups equals 2. To have students use their multiplication fluency to develop division fluency, pose the question, how can you use multiplication to solve this problem quickly and efficiently? Based on their understanding of multiplication, you would want your child to see that they could multiply some groups of 5 to get to 35, which will help them solve the division problem. We want children to see that using fact families and multiplication fluency is a quick and efficient strategy for solving division problems. Flashcards are best used after students have learned strategies of multiplication and have an understanding of multiplication. Flashcards in isolation are not going to build understanding. Also on this page, there is an article on time tests, if you visit that website right there, that talks about why they're not necessarily the best way for students to learn fact fluency. These questions can help to deepen your child's understanding of this unit. How does doubling help you multiply by 2? How does doubling help you multiply by 4? How does skip counting help you multiply by 5 or 10? How can a number line prove your thinking? How does using fact families make it easier to divide by 2, 4, 5, or 10? Is there a model that you could use to prove your answer? To continue to work together to support your child in mathematics, please be sure to keep in communication with your child's teacher. You may also utilize the resources available on thinkcentral.com and be sure to visit the district's math webpage.